Welcome back, ladies and gents, to the long-awaited episode number 2. I know all 34 of you are just dying to get episode 2. I mean, absolutely just, where's episode 2? It's here. It's now.
Well, it's a day late because we got little sleeper guy had to get sleep yesterday.
It's a day late, but you need to shut your mouth. It's a day late. Let's get straight into it. Breaking news out of Southern California. It's taken
the
million years, but Alex Grinch has been fired from the University of Southern California.
Finally, I told all last week he needed to be fired.
He's so bad, dude.
I think USC fans, since he got hired, wanted him out of there.
He is fucking terrible. Just terrible.
I'll be surprised if he gets another job.
He will. He will. He'll get a job at Alaskan State.
Yeah,
Alaska State.
Slippery Rock, maybe.
In other breaking news, this came out today. Quinn Ewers to start versus TCU this week. He's coming back. We'll see how he goes. Maybe a little bit injured. Maybe something happens there. I don't know. Also, the Michigan investigation getting a little bit more spicy. I heard Stephen A. talking shit. That guy needs to shut his fucking mouth. He talks too much. You don't know anything about college football, bud. Michigan sending papers that said Maryland, Ohio State, Purdue had all sent them their signs. You're not helping yourself out there, Michigan. I'm rooting for you. We're going to get into the college football top 25 here later in the episode. But get your shit together, Michigan. God. Any thoughts?
I think that Michigan, until something gets proven, I think they should be ranked as a normal team. I mean, because let's say that they get taken out just because of the scandal. And let's say they didn't ever do this. You're taking guys like J.J. McCarthy and Blake Corum, their opportunities as their last year to go win a national championship. But on the flip side of it, if you don't take them away, you're taking a spot for maybe a Texas or an Oregon to sneak in at 4 and play in the college football playoff. It's a sticky situation they got over there up in Ann Arbor.
It is very sticky, and if they don't make the playoff because of this bullshit ass scandal, I'm gonna go to Grapevine. I'm gonna burn that place to the floor. I'm gonna burn it to the damn floor. So now we got breaking news out of the way. Did I get everything on breaking news?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nope. All good.
All good on breaking news. That was not a scheduled segment, just off the dome. As most things are. Recap of the week. Let's get right into it. K-State, Texas. What a game to watch. Let's just get that out of the way first. Absolutely incredible game to watch. That's why you watch college football, for games like that. Will Howard. Didn't know who that guy was until this week. 26 for 41, 327, 4 tugs, and an interception.
I think those 4 touchdowns all came in the second half.
They for sure. They didn't pass the 50 in the first half.
That first half, I almost fell back asleep. I mean, it was 17-3 going into half.
Yeah, it should have been 24-3.
If it wasn't for Malik Murphy just farting and fall down in the damn second half, we would have had a blowout.
Malik Murphy, speaking of the devil, 19 for 37, 248 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. I think he had a fumble, right?
Yeah, no, it was Brooks who had the fumble.
Brooks had the
fumble.
Still, but Brooks, 22 carries, 112, and 1 tug for the young man.
He was the reason they won that game, because outside the first quarter, Malik Murphy played like a Harpool middle school quarterback.
Played like shit. Jace Brown for the old Wildcats. 4 receptions, 77 yards, and a tug. Touchdown, tug, same thing. Mitchell, Adonai.
Just say A.D. Mitchell.
8 receptions, 149, and 1 touchdown. You want to say Jonathan Brooks won the game? I think that guy won the game. I don't think that guy ever had snap where he wasn't 10 yards separated from the corner.
Most of his yards came out of the 2 bombs that he caught from Malik Murphy, but he secured himself as for the sure number 1 there for the Longhorns.
Yeah.
He's long. He's got good routes. He's got a little step to him. He's a damn good receiver.
33-30 is your final score. K-State had a chance to win the game in overtime. Or actually had a chance. They tied it right at the end with a 40-something yard field goal.
I think it was 40.
40-yard field goal, tied it. Then they came back, forced a Texas field goal in overtime, and 4th and goal went for it, didn't make it. Don't know why you don't just kick the field goal.
They want to get out of there. They wanted to get out of there.
Well, they got out of there with a loss.
They wanted to get on the plane a little early.
Number 2, Georgia, Missouri, fugly quarterback versus Brady Cook. Carson Beck, 21 for 32, 254, and 2 tugs for the young man, the fugly young man. I mean, God almighty. Brady Cook had a pretty damn good game. 2 interceptions. 1 interception was a crunch time interception that basically sealed the deal for the Bulldogs. D lineman, actually. Vince Wilfork, I think, caught that ball.
Big guy?
Yeah, big. It wasn't no big guy. It was big, like sumo wrestler type shit. Big fella on like a little slip screen. He's dropping back on the slip screen and looks, and the guy is like 3 yards away and throws it right into this guy's chest, and he goes to chugging. Nobody was catching him until like the 10. Vince Wilfork with an interception. We're just going to say that. Brady Cook, 212 yards, had a really good game. Cody Schrader, 22 carries, 112, 1 touchdown for the Missouri Tigers. 30-21 your final score in Athens. What are your thoughts?
I think what hurt Missouri in the game was for a couple minutes now, their best receiver, Luther Burden, went down for a little bit. They couldn't get anything going when he was going, but I mean the running back was a Schrader. I mean that dude, dog. You got DAWG, dog. Beck, man, I think that guy's badly overrated. I don't think he's very good. You guys just said he's fugly.
He's fucking.
He ain't the prettiest guy in the world.
He is the worst looking. Dude, guy looked good with long hair.
Oh.
Buzzed it.
You want to talk about long hair, that K-State quarterback?
Avery.
Guy. Yeah. That guy needs to cut his hair off, go bald.
Looks like a fucking woman. Yeah. Saw him at the Elite 11. He just looks like a girl. Looks like, what the fuck is that show?
A girl.
No.
Looks like a girl.
Fuck. Oh, Belle and the Bulldogs back in the day on Nick. It looks like that girl. Yeah. Oh my God. That side note, that show's so hard to watch if you're a football fan.
But Georgia flexed its muscles on them that game up front. Missouri they held their own, but towards the back end of the game, Georgia flexed their muscles, and that's how they're going to win football games down the stretch.
Actually, Georgia has a real big matchup this week.
They're in the teeth of their schedule now.
Play number 9 Ole Miss at home. Oh, and now we get into this shit show of a game.
This beautiful game.
Oklahoma State.
Last Bedlam. Scheduled Bedlam.
Dylan Gabriel had a great game, 26 for 37, 344, 1 touchdown, 1 INT. Great game from him. Allen Bowman, 28 for 42, 334, no tugs. He was throwing all. I mean, it was a classic Bedlam game. Just a little shootout, not a lot of defense going on. Gavin Sawchuk had a great game. But what I want to get into before we read off the rest of the stats here is 27-24 was your final score. Oklahoma State had been putting up 40 on 2 ranked opponents, K-State and Kansas put up 40 on both. We're holding them to 27, and we can't put up 30.
Well, I'll say this, going off the sidetrack a little bit. At the end of the game, Drake Stoops did get tackled in the back of the end zone.
It did. And, I'm not one to make excuses here. But that was a pass interference.
Going off of my little ramble here, the officiating the whole weekend, college, NFL, NBA, awful.
We don't watch NBA.
Terrible. So bad. The referees for every sport, major sport this year, it's the school of the blind out there.
It is.
Baseball, the umpires are bad. You want to take a look at bad refereeing. You got the Cowboys-Eagles game. God almighty, they should lock up a couple of Eagles players for mugging.
Mugging?
They assaulted Micah Parsons all game. That dude was getting his clothes ripped off. But back on college football. Oklahoma, like you said, it's a classic bedlam game. But in the end, it was Oklahoma State being able to run the ball with, what's his name, Ollie Gordon. That guy's a problem. He's going to be
33 carries, dude. It's like we're playing in a damn video game. Guys are just handing it off.
It's like we're playing Techno Bowl.
Yeah.
I just hand it to Bo Jackson.
27-24, like I said, if Oklahoma can't score 30 fucking points against an Oklahoma State defense who's given up a lot.
A Big 12 defense.
A Big 12 defense. If we can't score 30, I'm not one to ask for a coach to be fired, but Jeff Lebby, get your shit straight. I know a lot of OU fans. I've seen a lot on social media asking for his head on a stick. Now, let's not jump to conclusions here. Let's not jump to conclusions yet. I'm about to, though. We need to put up some numbers. Oh, well, I've heard this. Oh, well, Dylan's not the greatest quarterback, so he can't use his full offense.
He played really good. 350 yards passing is pretty damn
Motherfucker's a Heisman contender. Heisman. Was a Heisman contender. How are we playing around this guy? Play with his strengths. Let him throw the football. God. And I remember watching the game. 4th and 1. We're just out route. He was double covered. What does that play? I saw nobody else going downfield. I just saw Dylan snap and look immediately to Drake Stoops on the left. Like, that is, it's such bad play calling.
I also can't believe a white guy is Oklahoma's best receiver.
That game he was. We lost one of our best wide receivers in the Texas game. Yeah, we couldn't stop Rashad Owens for their best wide receiver. We couldn't stop Ollie Gordon. Plain and simple. OSU outplayed Oklahoma. Oklahoma ranked 17 now. To be honest with you, in my opinion, unranked. It's unbelievable. I am so disappointed. Just get us out of the rankings, man.
It's still got a shot to make a New Year's Six bowl.
Oh, yippee. Oh, yay. I get to play in the Citrus Bowl. Woo! Let's go.
Better than the Alamo Bowl.
We might play in the Alamo Bowl. We may play in the Toilet Bowl. If we lose to West Virginia, we're going to be playing in the Toilet Bowl. We're going to be right there with USC. It's unbelievable.
Speaking of USC.
Washington, USC. Now, we got to talk about this.
First of all, if you took the over for that game, absolutely smashed it.
I think they went over 100. Michael Penix.
Dog.
Heisman. If he hasn't shown it enough already, he showed it versus USC. He is the front runner. He is the leader. He is the guy that is going to be holding that trophy in New York at the end of the year.
The play he made where he was rolling out to his left and he had a spin move out of it.
It's video game-like.
And threw it on the corner of the end zone. That is his Heisman moment right there.
That is video game-like. Now, he's still got to go and win a Pac-12 title and maybe go to the playoff. Caleb Williams had a great game too. 27 for 35, 312, and 3 tugs.
And also tears drawn at the end of the game too.
We're going to get into that. Dylan Johnson, we're not going to talk about this guy.
Yeah.
26 carries. Now, let me read this off. 26 carries, 256 yards. We're not done. We're not done here. 4 touchdowns. This guy is Bo fucking Jackson.
What's crazy is that Dylan Johnson had only one game with 100 yards rushing going into that game, and it was at 100 yards.
Yeah.
Talk about he's made some money that game.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
Austin Jones, 11 carries on the other side of the ball with USC. He had a great game, 11 carries and 127 on the ground. Still a great game for Austin Jones. Fucking A, how do you say that?
I just say T. Washington.
T. Washington, 8 receptions, 122, and 1 tug for the young man that played for USC. It was an absolute shootout to the very end. They pulled away late, and Washington comes out with the win. Undefeated and undisputed. A lot of people still don't think they're the best Pac-12 team.
We'll get into that bullshit that happened on Tuesday later.
Caleb Williams. Now we're gonna get real uptight here. Real close to the camera.
He's gonna get real close to the camera.
Caleb Williams losing his third game. Last year, when Max Duggan lost the Big 12 title game and was crying after being beat damn near to death, and goes in that press conference heartbroken, thinking he might be out of a playoff chance and a national championship chance. Crying, not just bawling, just little tears. He's a little upset, a little hurt.
Little
LOL from Caleb Williams. Are you kidding me? And then you go out and ball and you lose to Washington. Your season's already done, you piece of shit. Get this guy out of here. And also, you're also the guy telling NFL teams what he is or isn't doing. You get drafted, you go to that team. Oh, well, I can stay another year. So you can go 8-4 and ball in your mom's arms in a Pac-12 schedule.
Big Ten.
Big Ten. You're 8-4 my ass if you're playing in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
You're gonna go like 7-5, and you're gonna ball every time you lose. Have fun in an NFL locker room. Have fun. He went to OU. I loved him. He was a great QB. If he pulled that shit at OU, he would be, oh my God. Thank God you go to California, you asshole. Fucking dickhead. Michael Penix, Heisman winner. I mean, there's not.
That's the winner.
He's the winner. Right he's the winner. If he doesn't win if he falls off a cliff, that's fine. But as of right now, he is. What if it ended today,
what about JJ McCarthy?
Fuck no. No.
Just throwing a name out there.
No, he is not. It's JJ McCarthy. If he wins the Heisman, the college football world is coming to an end as we know it. Caleb Williams, as we said, had a great game. Awesome game to watch. LSU, Alabama, the number 2 in my list of Heismans, Jalen Daniels. 15 for 24, 219, 2 tugs, and an interception. He got hurt in the fourth quarter. There's an asterisk by that.
He got absolutely flattened.
But that's not the best performance of the game, ladies and gentlemen.
This guy.
Jalen Milroe.
God, he's got so much better since the Texas game.
Let's just read this off real quick. Jalen Milroe, 15 for 23, 219 through the air. We're not done. He also led the team in rushing with this. 20 carries, 155 yards, and here's the best part. 4 tugs. 4 from a quarterback. He's playing retro bowl as Michael Vick. He's just running all over the field.
He is baby Lamar Jackson right now. That can actually throw the ball a little bit, too.
It's unbelievable. It's so unbelievable to watch. And then Malik Neighbors. Let's just toss him in there.
God, that guy's
10 receptions.
So good.
10 receptions, 171 receiving, and a touchdown.
He was cooking that Alabama secondary.
Oh, my Lord.
All night long.
Oh, my Lord.
Jalen Milroe, talk about, they're just giving their best player the ball. It doesn't matter if he's throwing it, running it. I mean, he's just balling out. Video game numbers.
Unbelievable.
It's like playing with Lamar Jackson in Madden 20.
Yeah, it's not fun to play against if you're asking me.
Thank God he didn't play like that against Texas in August, or they would have lost that game.
Lost. Now let's get into this week of college football. It's actually a great week. Got a lot of ranked matchups here. We got two SEC matchups, and we got Pac-12 and a Big Ten. No Big 12 because Big 12 doesn't get love on this channel.
They're just not
just kidding, they do.
Anybody.
No, we aren't. Michigan Penn State, probably one of the best games you're gonna get this weekend. Sucks it's at 11.
Yeah.
Just gonna read off some notes here. This game is a Penn State whiteout, which we all know means they're gonna be rocking.
All 100? Is it over 100,000 of them?
It's over 100,000.
Gonna be
whiteout. They're gonna be rocking.
We're gonna wake up at 6, start drinking at 6:05.
Yeah.
Gonna be out there tailgating at 6:30.
Yeah, it's going to be insane. Michigan is 7-6 versus Penn State when they are playing at Penn State, so they have the advantage there. The record when Penn State's playing at Michigan is a lot more lopsided, so Penn State's got a chance here. Michigan has also been absolutely rolling teams, and they are still ranked.
But this is
3.
But this is their first test of the year.
Oh, if they win, they should be number 1.
You think?
If they win this game, they should be number 1. I don't care.
What if Georgia beats Ole Miss, though?
Oh, it's Ole Miss. They're not that good.
They're ranked 8.
They're not good. They're not ranked 8.
Or
ranked 9.
Oh, one spot. One spot.
Get out of here.
Just saying. Also,
you've been a Michigan hater all year.
I'm my second school's Ohio State.
What?
Yeah.
How? Whoa. No.
I've liked them since they had JT Barrett out there.
Oh, so bandwagon. So we got a bandwagon.
Okay, say that. I don't really care. They're my second team, not my first team.
Oh my God, you have a second team. That's crazy. And it's Ohio State.
They're good. They got dogs. They're fun to watch.
Who gives a shit? They're not fun to watch. They're annoying. Their fan base is so annoying. In the last 5 meetings, when Penn State has played Michigan at Penn State, they have all been close game, 1-score games in all 5. I think there's only one game that was 6 years ago, 6 years ago when Penn State absolutely beat the brakes off them. And that was at Penn State. Penn State at home only gives up 9 points per game at home. That's a scary stat to look at. Now, their offense kind of sucks this year. They're like 121 in passing, and Iowa State's 123. And we all know how bad Iowa State sucks at offense.
Well, I want to look at Penn State's game last week versus Maryland. Drew Aller, coming off that shitty start versus Ohio State, really bounced back. I know it's Maryland, but I
want to hear it, Ohio State fan.
He might get some momentum going into this game. Michigan is gonna have to stop those 2 running backs that they got, Stingley and Allen. Singletary, Allen. The 2 running backs they got there are absolute studs. They gotta stop that. On the flip side, Penn State has to give those guys the ball. Last year, I think those guys combined had 10 carries for 35 yards. So they're going to have to give those guys the ball. Yeah, like 35 yards rushing. For both of them. I shit you not. So they're going to have to...
I still can't believe you're an Ohio State guy. I can't get over that. Ohio State. Really? Michigan, they are giving up 9 at home. Penn State is. But Michigan is putting up 50 points a game. And yet,
South Alabama.
And yet they are ranked 3. They're smoking crack down there in Grapevine. And I'm going to call the fucking police next time they go on air. I have Michigan originally winning 28-10. I have them now winning 35-20.
You changed it.
Well, I know.
We need a little help here from Penn State. The Longhorns do to get a little step higher. So I'm going to take Penn State getting the upset 21-17.
Michigan, once again, I've said this before, Michigan will boat race their ass.
We'll find out.
They're going to boat race them.
We'll find out.
I don't care if it's at home. We're going to boat race them. Go blue. Or whatever they say up there.
I don't know what they say.
I have no idea either. I think that's what they say.
We are. Penn State.
Fucking terrible.
Penn State.
We are fucking terrible at football. Next. Georgia. Ole Miss. Not a lot of notes written down here because I think I know what everybody's thinking. Georgia coming in number 2 in the country. Rolling teams. Just got a big win versus Missouri. Tough game. They came out on top. Since the year 2000, so 23 years.
I was not born yet. Neither were you.
We were not born.
We weren't born yet.
Since the year 2000, Ole Miss has one win versus the University of Georgia, and they have played 9 times. They are 1-8 versus Georgia. That win came in 2016 when Georgia was ranked 23. Now, not much to say since it is at Athens. It's the dog pound. Missouri found out firsthand what that's like. Ole Miss is going to find out. I've got them 35,
is it really?
24.
There's no way Georgia's getting 2 home games back to back.
Yeah.
That is some fucking hand job and shit if I've ever seen it. So for Ole Miss,
35-24, book it.
Ole Miss, I think this is going to be too much for them. I think they're a good team, but it's going to be too much. Like I said last week with Missouri, it's going to be too much. I don't know why you're giving me that fucking face. It's going to be too much for them. Jackson Dart, I think, is going to get exposed. I'm going to take Georgia winning 35-21.
Oh, you just had to one-up me there. You had to one-up me.
What do you mean?
I had them 34-24.
I mean 35-24. I didn't know.
35, sorry.
Didn't know 4 is bigger than 5.
Fucker. Utah, Washington. Another game that I don't think is going to be close. Utah, they showed a little spark, and they beat USC. Let's give them a little clap.
Give them a little golf clap.
Give them a little violin music here. Washington coming off an unbelievable win versus USC. Utah just beating the brakes off of ASU. Nothing surprising there. I think it was like 55-3 or something. This game is at Washington. We know how they play at home. They play unbelievable at home. They beat Oregon at home. Their atmosphere there is unbelievable. I just don't see a way Utah wins this. I don't see a way. It's Utah. Come on, it's Utah. They're not even that good. They got absolutely boat raced by Oregon. And Oregon, don't get me wrong, is a good team, but
it's fucking damn good.
Really? You're going to regret saying that.
No, I'll tell you my 2 cents on fucking.
No, yeah. Utah only putting up 20 points per game in their last 2 games, so their offense is not rolling.
They are playing a paper-thin Washington defense.
It doesn't matter, dude. They're just kind of
outscoring. Oh, no, I think Washington's going to win. I'll put my prediction out there first. I think Washington's going to win 42-28.
I got Washington winning 45-31.
But, I mean, just it's going to be an absolute ass-kicking. I think Michael Penix is going to throw for close to 350 yards against these guys.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he went for 4. Next on the list, Texas. Oh, wow.
Texas. Wrong
Tennessee.
TU.
Sorry.
Wrong TU.
UT, you mean?
Whatever.
You mean UT. Tennessee, Missouri. I think this is
right. Yeah.
At Missouri. Yeah, it's at Missouri. Tennessee coming off a 2-game win streak after getting embarrassed by Alabama. They were up 20-7 at half and then blew it. Missouri coming off a close loss to Georgia. Even though they lost the game, I do not really think that they played awesome. They played like a real well-oiled machine football team. I'm a big Missouri fan right now. I love the way they're playing. Their defense is getting after the quarterback, putting that little ugly weirdo in the dirt named Carson
Doesn't
Beck.
he have like a tattoo on his shin, just a little tiny tattoo on his shin or
I
some
don't
shit
know.
like
It's
that?
something women
It's
do.
some gay shit on
Yeah,
his leg.
some women. I think Missouri showed that they can play with the best teams in the country. They played with one of the best teams in the country and damn near beat them.
This phone's about to die, by the way. That's why I had to press the screen.
Okay. Missouri playing unbelievable right now. Even though they are a 2-loss team, I still have them. I would have them highly ranked, but they dropped them for some reason.
They only dropped them what? What were they last?
One spot. They were ranked 12.
They were dropped 2 spots.
That's outrageous.
Who jumped them?
Tennessee.
Tennessee jumped them? God, what? Stupid.
Tennessee to me seems like they're just coasting.
Joe Milton is not living up to the hype he was at the start of the year.
No, they're just coasting along the season.
He's so pedestrian.
Yeah, I got Missouri 31-24 at home.
I'm gonna take Missouri 35-21 at home.
Wow.
I think not Tennessee, Missouri is gonna blow off some steam after losing a close one to the number 2 team in the country. Now, rolling into this bullshit top 25.
Okay, we're gonna let him take over.
I'm only gonna talk about the top 11 because everybody else down there does have a shot at the college football playoff. Ohio State 1, I'm cool with that. I'm all right with that. Georgia 2, that's fine. Big win versus Missouri, that's cool. Michigan 3, good. FSU Washington. FSU has only beaten one ranked team this year, to my knowledge, and it was LSU at the beginning of the year. And if we scroll down this list, LSU's all the way down at 19.
No, they beat another ranked team.
Was it Duke?
It was Duke.
Do you see Duke on here anymore?
Nope. They beat Duke. They were ranked at the time. Resume. It's so dumb.
And then you take a look at 5, Washington. Absolutely, great game versus USC. Going to beat Oregon, who's right behind them. They realize they're playing in a tough Pac-12. Florida State's going to play maybe Louisville. Louisville's there. But they play a bunch of layups. I think it should have flipped from Washington to FSU. That's not really the biggest concern. The biggest concern to me is 6 and 7. This is horseshit.
Oh, my God.
Oregon over Texas.
It's not horseshit.
They're trying to tell me.
You're just dumb.
So Oregon.
You're just an idiot.
Oregon has only beaten Utah. I saw something today on Twitter that Oregon has the best win in the country, beating Utah in Salt Lake City.
It's a tough place to play. They were 27-0 there.
I don't care. It's Utah.
They were like ranked 14 or 15.
Would you rather take a win at Tuscaloosa or a win in Salt Lake?
Tuscaloosa.
Exactly. Better win, and Texas has played more ranked teams.
I think Oregon's better than Texas.
But okay, here's the thing. I'm going to say this too. It's this down the damn top 25. They talk about resume for putting Ohio State at 1. But then when they come down to the 1-loss teams, they're just going to take eye test. If we're going to do resume, let's do resume for all these teams. Or if we're going to do eye test, let's do – because if it's eye test, Michigan should be number 1. But it's not. The CFP has obviously showed you that they're going to do fucking resume and a tad bit of eye test. And Texas' resume is light years ahead of Oregon's. Oregon's next best win is a 4-5 Colorado team. I don't get it. Those guys were smoking pot, fucking partying in there so bad, and it's just I hope next week that they fix this shit because I don't like that they didn't change it at all. They changed 9, 10, 11, great. Those guys probably aren't making the playoffs unless they absolutely shit on one of these teams this weekend. If they don't fix this shit, me and him are going to drive down there, and we're going to fucking cause some damage down there in Grapevine.
You done, honey?
I'm done.
You done?
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm fucking done.
He's done. Okay. I got a problem here with top 4. Ohio State. Still at 1 is mind-boggling. in every way. So you're going to tell me Rutgers, you struggle against Rutgers and you stay at 1. Now, I'm not advocating Michigan be at 1 because that's obviously too much to fucking ask for nowadays. Oh, well, they're cheating. You old fart. Shut up. Get off my damn TV, you old fuck. Oh, well, we're going to base it off of who's actually in contention for the playoffs because they're under investigation. I'm going to bring you a damn casket and you lay in it. I'm going to bury you. Die already. God. Ohio State is not the number 1 team in the country. Is not and never will be. They're not that good. Georgia should be at 1. I know it's too much it's too much for their mental capacity with their pea brains to put Michigan at 1. So I would have Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State. Fine. I'm fine there.
That's fine.
And then
cool with that.
Washington. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Like I said, if they're going to do resume for the top 3, I don't know why they're not doing a resume for 4 and 5.
Put them there, dude. FSU sucks ass. They suck. They're so inconsistent.
And the dude that was on the committee said that, Florida State, they had guys out. They had their 2 best receivers out. They still found a way to win. They said that they look in there and they go, we look into strength of schedule. If we're going to do strength of schedule, Georgia and Michigan shouldn't even be fucking up here if we're doing strength of schedule.
I hear it. Just gagging, dude. You're glazing them.
And then Florida State, they've played cupcakes besides LSU, and they only put 24 points up on a shitty Pitt team. That Pitt team is in disarray down there. They only put 24 points up on them compared to Washington, who had an absolute shootout in Southern California on the road, beat a ranked team at the time. They should be 4. It should be fucking 4, and it's mind-boggling.
I like Oregon at 6. I like Texas at 7. Despite what Mr. Temper Tantrum over here has to say about it. You're not wrong there with the resume, and it's just the way it is. They do it in the top 4. It's just all the time.
They need to show consistency, but that's not.
You're not going to get consistency from these old farts, dude.
It's so bad. They just need to get new fucking people in there because they obviously don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Well, no, Michigan's under investigation.
They got a bunch of Joe Bidens in there.
They do.
Falling asleep and touching little kids in there. That's all they fucking got.
Yeah. Ole Miss at 9. I'm fine with that. Alabama at 8. I'm good with that. Louisville at 11. Seems like you're just lazy at this point. Oregon State.
I don't give a fuck about these teams out here. They're not making.
I don't care about Oregon State. They're not very good. Tennessee just coasting. I don't know how Missouri. I think Missouri should be at 11. I think Missouri is infinitely better than every team.
So you say Missouri should have went up after a loss?
No, I'm just saying. I just think they should be at 11.
That means that they went up because they were 12 last week.
Okay, put them at 12, dude. I don't think Louisville's better now. Oklahoma State at 15, that's fine. Kansas, that's fine because I think they got the head-to-head there. Oklahoma State does. Oklahoma at 17, I think they should be lower. I think actually
they should be out.
No, I don't think it should be out. What are we, a 2-loss team? Utah's 2-loss team.
Well,
we got a better resume than Utah.
What, your 1 win versus Texas?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
It's a number 3 team in the country.
That's fine. It's okay.
Utah, LSU. I think Notre Dame should just
boot. Notre Dame should pack it. Arizona now.
Get the hell out of here.
Arizona come out of nowhere though.
How on God's green earth is Iowa at 22?
Yeah, they have they have the worst offense and the best defense.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
I don't understand how they win football games. They win football games 3-0, like damn baseball game.
They won their last game 10-7.
Baseball game.
They played at Wrigley Field, which is a baseball field in Chicago for the Cubs. And the Cubs outscored them in a baseball game.
Yeah.
Tulane, pish posh. You stay down there.
Now they would be
UNC coming alive.
Tulane would be in the 12-team playoff next year because they take a group of 5. They take the highest rated group of 5 team.
So
they got to fix that because if they do that, Tulane, the group of 5 team, is going to get broomed out the way.
So
it'll be the easiest game for whoever's playing them.
UNC coming alive, and then Kansas State at 25. Ohio State being at 1 is still an absolute issue. I don't know who they play this week.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, right. Oh, Michigan State, right? Are they playing Michigan State? I don't know. They might be playing Michigan State. I hope Michigan State beats them because
I'd be surprised if Michigan State beats them.
They don't deserve to be at the top of the leaderboard. Yeah. I don't know what he's getting his panties in a wad about. If they were inconsistent last time, that means they're going to be inconsistent this time. But I guarantee you, they're going to be inconsistent all the way to the finish.
Whatever.
They've been inconsistent.
It's aggravating. It's just because
last year they docked.
I can't even fucking put words to sentences together.
They docked somebody for a loss. They docked Ohio State for losing to Michigan. They dropped them, and then TCU loses.
But weren't they 1? Like, was it Ohio State 1?
No, Ohio State was 2. They docked Ohio State for being beat by Michigan, and then Kansas State beats TCU, and TCU's at 3, and they don't dock them. That's inconsistent, and it's happened since the dawn of when this started till now. But the great thing about this system is it's infinitely better than the BCS. Infinitely better.
I've got nothing left to say. It was a great week of college football. We're looking to have another great week of college football. I hope that we get some curveballs instead of just the top teams winning. I'd like to have some chaos.
Yeah, you need chaos as a Texas fan.
Well, I think actually if Texas wins out, and they'll control their own destiny if they win out. Because if Ohio State, Michigan wanted to
okay, let's do this. So FSU, no way FSU loses another game
unless they lose to Louisville in the ACC championship.
Not a chance. Ohio State's going to lose Michigan.
Yeah, well, I mean,
so Georgia's going to be 1.
One of those teams is going to lose.
Georgia's going to be 1. Michigan's going to be 2. So you're telling me you're going to jump a Pac-12 champion?
No,
undefeated.
Look, they're gonna put Washington in there, and because they're gonna have to play Oregon again.
Yeah.
And the Texas needs Oregon to
win. What if they don't?
And if they don't, they're out.
Okay, so you need Washington. So you don't control your own destiny.
Well, actually, I don't know. Would you rather take a 1-loss Texas team?
I'd rather take a undefeated Washington.
No. Like, okay, so let's say Oregon wins, right?
And they lose, yeah.
And Washington loses. Would you rather take a 1-loss Big 12 champ or a 1-loss Pac-12 champion?
1-loss Pac-12 champ.
Why would you say that, though?
Because have you seen the way they played, dude?
But also,
they're one of the best teams in the country.
But also, you have to because you got to remember who we're talking about here. It's the committee. They look at resume, and they apparently are looking at this Texas-Alabama win as great.
Okay, so they beat Oregon. They beat USC.
We're talking about
beat Oregon State.
Talking about if Oregon wins.
Yeah, I know. And then they lose
if
to
Oregon beat Oregon.
What?
You said Oregon. That's what you said. Oregon.
They beat Oregon. They beat USC.
We're talking about if Oregon were to beat Washington.
I know.
And you said Oregon. If Oregon were to beat Oregon.
I'm saying if Washington beats Oregon, they already did. They already beat USC, and they got some ranked opponents left.
I think
they've got a ranked opponent in Utah. They're going to have more ranked opponents than you.
What needs to happen is that
I'd take Washington all day. Versus,
okay, obviously because they're undefeated, you would. Of course, you would.
No. Look, even if they lose to Oregon in the Pac-12, listen. Who are you going to play in your conference game?
Oklahoma
number
State.
15 Oklahoma State. Versus a number 6 Oregon. Even if they lose and you win, it's a number 15 Oklahoma State.
Just watch. It'll happen. And you'll be really mad, and I'll be really happy. Just watch.
I will watch Texas be 5 and not make it.
Oh my god, if that happens,
I'll watch you be 5. It's happened to Oklahoma before. We got stumped right before we wanted to be in the playoffs. It's happened before.
All right. You'll see Texas sneak in.
And also, you're not a proven winner either.
Not proven.
No, you haven't been in the playoff before.
So,
Usually, they'll give that team, they'll give Ohio State leeway, they'll give Georgia leeway, they'll give Michigan leeway, they'll give FSU leeway because they've all made it. You've never made it, and you have one loss,
if they
and
do
your
that,
loss.
If they do that, that's horseshit. If they do that, that is so bad.
And your loss keeps getting worse and worse.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Your loss keeps getting worse and worse.
Thanks.
So maybe there's a bright side of this season. Your loss keeps getting worse. It makes us look, we're not playing too well right now, so it makes you look even worse. And thank God Alabama's playing well because that's your only good win.
I think what actually is the most likely thing to happen. This is
is Ohio State.
No,
Georgia.
Is Alabama and Georgia are going to play each other in the SEC championship game,
and Georgia's going to win,
and Alabama's going to win.
Even if you got to remember that this committee absolutely sucks off the SEC.
I know, but actually,
do you think Georgia's leaving the playoff if they lose? They'll be at 1 by that time.
They'll lose because they're not going to put a one-loss non-SEC champion. If they do that,
they've done it before.
But that means they're going to have to
They've done it before. They did it with Bama.
They're going to have to do it with 2 SEC teams, and there's no way 2 teams from the same conference is getting in this year. Not with this many good teams.
Ohio State won't be there. So, yeah, you could. In theory, you could. You could
put
Georgia.
Nope.
You could put Bama at 4, and you could bump Washington or Oregon, whoever wins Pac-12. It's going to be 2 SECs. It's going to be a Pac-12, and it's going to be a Big Ten.
No, so if Alabama wins, Texas will jump Alabama due to the head-to-head.
If Alabama wins?
If Alabama wins the SEC championship game and Texas wins the Big 12 championship game, the head-to-head is going to matter.
No, it won't because they beat the number 2 team in the country. That would not matter.
Yes, that matters.
No, it wouldn't.
Yes, that matters.
No,
it doesn't matter. Head-to-head matters.
Your head-to-head doesn't mean shit when Bama's going to go and beat the best team in the country.
Whatever. You're smoking crack.
I'm not.
You're smoking some dope before you got on here. That's fine.
How stupid are you, dude? Okay. Look.
I'm not stupid. I'm not the only one who's saying this.
Look.
I'm not the only one who's saying this.
Georgia would have beaten Missouri. They would have beaten Ole Miss. Let's say they go undefeated.
Ole Miss, by the way.
Ole Miss. They beat a Tennessee ranked Tennessee team. So that's 3 ranked wins.
Yeah.
A 12, a 9, a 13. What is that? 1, 2, 3. And then they beat number 8. No way they leave. They've got 4 ranked wins. Bama beats a LSU team who's really good, ranked. Ole Miss, ranked. Tennessee, ranked. They've got 5 wins in a ranked schedule, plus number 2 Georgia. And you're saying Texas is going to get in with beating a number 23, a bottom 20 team, and number 3 Alabama. That's because the head-to-head.
That matters. Dude.
No, it doesn't. It matters right now.
If that's the case, then Alabama should have already jumped Texas because I think Alabama has played more ranked teams.
Oh my God! You gotta be kidding me! No, there's no shot. They would be a number 2 team in the country, probably number 1 because they're gonna jump. So you're gonna tell me in the SEC title game, the way they suck that conference off, they're gonna put lowly Big 12 champ Texas in the playoff instead of you know nothing about the college football playoff committee. Then they put Bama in the playoff without being a conference champion and with a loss.
That was when the Pac-12 sucked. The ACC?
Get out of here!
Was so bad.
Get out of here! No, that was when Clemson was in. They were good. They played Clemson.
So what? Oklahoma in there?
No, we got jumped.
So a Big 10, 2 SEC, and an ACC. So they were probably 2 bad Power 5 conferences that year. Then.
Yes,
that's the thing. They're all Power 5 conferences are good this year. They're all good.
Let's say Bama wins out and Texas wins out. You're telling me they're going to take Texas because of the head-to-head?
Yes.
No, that doesn't make any sense. You beat Bama, head to head.
So then, what's the point of schedule? Okay, so we do that. What's the point of scheduling hard non-conference games in?
So you could be right there.
No, okay, but if
She can be
if this
right
is gonna
there.
happen, what's the point of scheduling a team like next year? They're gonna play Michigan. What's the point? What's the point of scheduling? Let's just take Georgia and let's schedule South Alabama instead of Alabama.
I mean, that's what Alabama does, and they do just fine. Michigan does it. They do just fine. Ohio State does it. They do just fine. Georgia does it. They do just fine.
Ohio State played Notre Dame, bro. That's
That
a
was
non-conference
in
game.
the middle of the season.
So it's a non-conference game.
There's no way. If Bama wins out and Texas wins out, I'm taking Bama all day.
Okay.
All
Fine.
day.
You can think that. It's all right.
Watch it happen, and you're just going to be sitting here ranting for no reason because you have no reason to be mad.
I'll be plenty mad at that.
You'll be plenty. Dude, I can imagine him looking at the TV. What is the head to head? It's the head to head. Head to head. Like every Texas fan. Head to head. We beat them. Who cares? Did you beat the number 2 team in the country? No. In an SEC title game? No, you didn't. Now, that concludes episode number 2. Glad you all enjoyed. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe,
Share
with with grandma, share it with your cat,
share it with the couch, share it with
dog.
anybody.
Doesn't matter. Also,
Anything that
go
moves.
follow the Instagram. Got an Instagram account up for up-to-date news on college football, NFL, MLB.
And probably throw some NBA in there.
Maybe. See ya.